On Ireti Kingibe, you will face consequences of your actions. Ipac ex-chair Ame warns Wike. Ipac is Inter-Party Advisory Council. The ex-chairman has warned Wike that he will face consequences of his actions both in FCT and in Rivers State. It's quite unfortunate that Wike has become so arrogant, and the country like Nigeria is still keeping quiet watching him misbehaving. Quite unfortunate. A former chairman of Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, and publicity secretary of the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, Chief Peter Ame, has slammed the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, over his recent comment on the 2027 election and comment against Ireti Kingibe. Wike, while flagging off one of the projects in the FCT, had declared that the FCT Senator Ireti Kingibe will not return to the National Assembly in 2027. Ame reminded the former governor that it was always a different ball game in Abuja, unlike how he used to have his way in Rivers State. Exactly. I watched an episode where they were commissioning a car park in Mabushi, and I saw Wike flagging off a car park, and in which world do people flag off car parks? Exactly. Now, it seems like a very elementary level of governance. In that same location, he was using the opportunity to bash a sitting senator of the Federal Republic, and people were applauding him. He made statements that diminished the senator's personality, Ahmed said in a video obtained by Daily Post. So government is not about self-promotion. Wike boasts about doing road work, but many of these roads are already in poor condition. Some roads in areas like Nyanya, Karu, Karishi, Kubwa, and Gwagwalada are still not done. Even the ones he completed have issues. So he collected about 1.2 trillion naira, but there is no accountability in Nigeria, which is why people don't know what's going on. He also collected another 98 billion naira for ongoing projects. The Apo-Kashi Road has been incomplete since before his time. There's no construction happening there now. Yet he is criticizing a senator elected by the people, boasting about how by 2027 the senator won't return. Wike forgets that others came before him and performed excellently without using derogatory language against elected representatives. FCT is a cosmopolitan and metropolitan center, and it is people vote based on performance. Exactly. So Wike was a governor for 8 years and a minister from Rivers State, but he lost his own local government and Rivers State before he padded the result. What makes him think he will win FCT? People are intelligent and cannot be intimidated by the way he tries to intimidate the senator. I blame other senators and leaders from the Labour Party for not coming out and speaking in one voice against Wike. They need to hold a press conference and tell him that he cannot control the country and misuse public resources. He cannot stand on a stage and insult the electorate with disrespectful language. This is not acceptable in democracy. Those applauding him for flagging off a car park need to look at how governance works in places like South Africa or Egypt, where ministers don't behave this way, he added. Exactly. In fact, for the fact that Ireti Kingibe was elected by people, insult on Ireti Kingibe is insult on the people's vote. And that means that Wike did not just insult Ireti Kingibe, Wike insulted the people that voted Ireti Kingibe. That is the problem. And that insult is to the people, not to Ireti Kingibe. So the thing here is that Wike needs to be called to order by almost everybody, everywhere, meaning Nigeria, because his behavior is becoming unbecoming. That is the truth. His behavior is becoming very unbecoming. The way he talks, his arrogance, he's so notorious in his behavior, and that is why some people are saying that he is intoxicated. He's a wine babber or babbler. What do they call it? So he's what do they call it? 40 years old whiskey that he's addicted to is making him behave the way he's behaving. The truth is that Wike is an Agberu. Now, history has shown that he was a Motopac chairman in Rivers State before he became a local government chairman, I think under Odili. Okay, so that Motopac behavior is what is following him everywhere he goes. And that means that if care is not taken, Wike hand might not be free from all the multiple street courts in Rivers State that are causing problem today in Rivers State. So with the way Wike is behaving, they said he went to school, he's a graduate, he's a lawyer. He's not behaving like an elite. He's not behaving like an educated individual. So education has no effect in him at all. He's not refined. He's just walking like a typical Agbero. Okay? Even with some Motopac chairmen are even well cultured. This man is walking like a typical Agbero. And I'm sure probably if he does not get this minister in 2027, he might just want, maybe they will just give him Ministry of Transport that was given to Wike, given to Amechi before. And you can imagine if he's given Minister of Transport, he will start behaving like Agbero again, because that is where his skills lies on. So the way he's behaving, the ex-chairman of Ipac, Inter-Party Advisory Council, has warned him that he will face consequences, of his action, because the way he's behaving is insult on Ireti Kingibe, is insult on FCT electorate, which is not acceptable. And I think the Ipac former chairman is also calling out the Labour Party leadership. They need to come out and talk to him, which they have done anyway. They have combined effort with NNPP to warn Wike that it is the FCT electorate, okay, that voted Ireti Kingibe, and not PDP, not Ireti Kingibe was not appointed. So Wike need to mind his words, mind the way he talks in FCT. He is too proud, too arrogant, and too boisterous, and too boastful, and is becoming something unbearable in FCT. I tell you the truth. It's quite unfortunate that people are watching him the way he's behaving. All right. As always, say God bless you for the voice. Exactly. Somebody is appreciating the ex-chair Ame for reacting and calling Wike to order. But Tinubu has vowed to support him. The Senate President Akpabio has vowed to support him over Kingibe. That is where the shame is. Now, Senate President is seeing one of his member senators being embarrassed by a minister, and the Senate President is supporting the minister instead of supporting his own senator that he is presiding over. What a shame. That is how bad it is. What a shame. What a shame. Now, a member of the National Assembly is being insulted by a minister. A minister is under the executive arm of government, while the National Assembly is the legislative arm of government. So now a member of the legislative arm of government is being insulted by a member of the executive arm of government, and the legislative arm left their own to support the executive member, which is very bad. And the members of the National Assembly are being elected, properly elected by the electorate. Meanwhile, the person involved in the executive arm of government is just a political appointee who should be more dignified. A political appointee or somebody that is being put together by an electorate through votes, who should be more dignified. Ireti Kingibe should be more dignified than Wike. Okay? If Wike thinks it's popular, let him go to the vote. Let him go and see whether he will be voted for. So it's quite unfortunate that the National Assembly has failed in this regard. Quite unfortunate. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment in this matter.